welcome back to my page. Today I'm going to show you guys how to build top line muscles and a big old booty on your horse. So if you're into barrel racing at all, you obviously know how important it is to have really good, strong back muscles and a real nice, powerful back end. So one of my most important things to me ever is conditioning with Storm. And I don't like her to get bored on the barrel pattern. So I like to find lots of different ways to build those muscles really nice and strong. So I'm going to share with you guys today my secret on building a really nice back and a really nice butt. So let's get into it. I don't know how many of you guys know this, but I actually started off writing English. So one of the most important foundations that I kept from that is writing really square. So keeping her head very down and vertical, if she'll do it right there. So that is going to be really big for building top line. So anytime I'm out in the arena working, I always like to keep her nice and square. And I'll show you guys what I mean. I like to ask her to bring her head down nice and low and keep her body really square. This is gonna really help build, there we go. She kind of got it there. A really nice top line and keep their back in really good shape. For some reason, she kind of gets off pace when I start to post the trot. So I'm just gonna keep her head down. And I'll do this my entire time. We're not working on barrels today. We're just focusing a lot on keeping her nice and square, nice and shaped up, because this is gonna go a long way to building up really nice muscle. Even in her lope, she doesn't love to do it as much in a lope, and she's a little distracted today, and that's all right. But I'm just gonna kind of get at her until she does it. And the most important part is gonna be releasing a little bit of pressure when she actually brings her head down. That was a really nice one, so I'm just gonna ask her to stop. My second really big tip is I do an insane amount of backing up on her, and I don't just do straight backing. When I back her up, I want her to move her butt. So like right now I'm asking her to move it that way and she'll do it. So when I first started training her, I was really big on I want to be able to control every part of your body. So I would literally ask to back her up in squares. Now we're gonna turn her again. Backing up is gonna just make the biggest, nicest butt. And not only that, it creates a really nice foundation for them, because I could back her up in a circle and she's gonna go anywhere I want her to go. So I feel like I could back her up out of any situation and be totally fine. And I just will back her up for a little while, and then I'll go back to trotting and getting her nice and square. So I think it's essential to have really good control of their body in any situation. And not only that, but it really helps to develop those hind end muscles and those back muscles, which is just gonna give you really nice turns in the barrel pattern. So here's what my average, working in the arena would just look like if I'm just by myself. And you can see she's pretty dang well used to it. And you can see it's definitely done its work, because she's got a big old quarter horse butt. All right, and my last tip, I like to do this one a lot. All right, so one of my secret weapons is going to be trot poles. These, when you're trotting them, I like them to be about 2.5 paces apart. So we're just gonna count out 1, 2.5, and then 1, 2.5, and that's the distance for trotting. If you have a really big horse with a really big pace, you can kind of pace them out at 3 paces instead. But Storm's pretty little with a little stride, so I think that works best for us. I like to keep her off of pattern as much as possible, but still I like to keep her mind working, and I like to keep her body working. So how I do that is I incorporate a lot of trot pulls into her work. This not only helps build that top line, that butt, it keeps her mind concentrated, but even bigger is it's really gonna help them open up their strides. I like to sit really forward and kind of let her work it out on her own. I don't really ask for a lot of cues, but I'm just gonna sit forward, out of her way. Once your horse gets really good at trotting over the poles like that, I like to take one pole away and then remeasure, and then we'll also canter them. You can either move it or take it away completely. Storm really hates trot cantering over. So canter poles, you're gonna add a length. So you're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're just gonna move this one up just a little bit. and then we'll canter them this time around. So in the same idea, I'm just gonna kind of get out of her way and let her work. Good girl. It usually takes her a couple tries to kind of do it without hitting, but that one was really nice. And if you really watch, you can see how she's really opening up those front legs to get over them. And I'm not really gonna care too much about what lead she's on and why that way she's hitting a bunch, but that's okay. The bigger thing is that she gets the idea. That was not a canter and you know it. Good enough. I'm gonna end it on a good note. As you can see, she is not the best at all when it comes to doing canter over the poles, and that's all right. She does a really great job trotting, and it does what it needs to do, which is really opening up that stride and really getting those muscles nice and built. But if you've ever wondered why she's so muscular, those are my tricks, those are my secrets, and that's how I keep her very well muscled and conditioned. But I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys can put it to use. Bye.